Hello everyone, my name is Sherry Bausch and I'm really honored to be here for Matthew's Mindful Moment. Today I want to do a meditation with you that will speak to your creative self and that will help you open to being more creative and in alignment with who you really are. So for families and kids, we've all been with each other a lot over the last 5 months, and sometimes that can make us feel not so positive. So I want to bring in that positive space because when we are in alignment with happiness and joy, we are in alignment with who we really are. So when we are positive, when we are thinking positive thoughts, when we are thinking clearly, when we are doing positive things for others and for ourselves, then we are able to be much more creative. So I'd like to bring through this creative energy that we all have in us. We are human beings and therefore we are very, very creative. We love to make things. So if you think about the things that feel really good for you, that you love to get involved in, that you're passionate about, that are easy for you, those are the things that are in what we call in alignment with. So that means that they are easy. It doesn't take much work and you do enjoy them, so much so that you kind of get lost in them. If you've ever done an activity, sports or music or art or whatever it is, riding a motorcycle or anything, cooking, even cleaning, if that makes you feel joyful and you kind of lose yourself, that means that you are in alignment with who you really are and you are living your passions through those things that you are doing, through those actions. So this meditation is meant to help you come into a space where you are clear, where you feel really joyful, where you are very open. We're going to open the heart space, which is the space, right at the top of the rib cage to about the throat, so that you can begin to express yourself in the way that is meant just for you. Now, why do we want to do this? We want to be able to express ourselves and be the person that we really are, because that in itself is our purpose. That's what we are here for. We are here to shine our light in whatever way that means, be unique to everyone around us. But first we have to do it in here. We have to do it for ourselves, right? So that's what we're going to do today. We are going to get nice and clear and calm. We're going to focus on this area right here, from this hand all the way up here, so that we can open up and share our gifts with others. Okay, so let's get started. I'd like you to come to a seated or a lying down position. It's okay if you fall asleep during this meditation. That's not a problem. You will still reap all the benefits from it. So I'm going to close my eyes, and I find that this is the best way to just shut out everything that's not meant for us to hear at this time while we're coming to this meditation. And I want you to start by just feeling your body against the chair or the bed. Just feel it, just feel that contact and feel how it's supporting you right now. And as you do that, I want you to bring awareness at the same time to your breath. So as you breathe in, your stomach will go out. As you release the air gently, your stomach will come in towards the belly button or the spine. And you're pushing the stomach gently out, not forcing. Exhale. Just release it gently. One more breath. And now for the next 3 breaths, let's bring the focus again to the contact that we have with the chair or the bed. You know what to do with the belly, so we'll allow that to happen gently without forcefulness. And just imagine that you are a tree. You're growing those roots down into that space, through the floor, through the earth, down into the center of the earth where it's just grabbing onto the core of the earth and wrapping those roots around it so you are completely tied into the earth, right? You're completely what we call grounded. That is your safe space. That means you're not going anywhere and that you can be very mindful and aware of what you are hearing and feeling as we go through this meditation. If you start to feel uncomfortable, just bring your awareness back to those roots going down into the earth and start to feel safe again and quiet and peaceful. Keep the breath going. One more breath. Beautiful. Now I'd like you to bring your awareness to that space that I showed you in the beginning of the meditation, which is the upper rib cage, right to the bottom, the top of the throat, the bottom of the throat. And just feel that space right now. This is what we call our heart space. This is where we bring in our creative selves. This is where we focus all of our joy in creating. And just feel that area bringing in a beautiful rose gold light. Think of it like a big basketball, the size of a basketball, but it's glowing, this beautiful rose gold light. And you can even imagine it coming towards you as if someone's handed you this big ball of beautiful light. And you can imagine yourself reaching out and taking that ball and pulling it towards you. Keep your breath going. Keep those roots growing down. Feel the calm coming over you as you accept this ball of light. This light that you're accepting, this is you accepting all that you have to offer for your gifts. If you don't know what those gifts are yet, that's okay. If you feel like you don't have anything that makes you passionate, that's okay. You're just accepting this ball of light and allowing it to come into your heart space. As you draw it closer to your chest, and you're imagining this, remember, imagine the space in your chest just completely open, like doors that are opening, double doors that are opening to a room, and you're just bringing that ball into those double doors, into that space, which is your heart. And as you do this, your shoulders start to drop, your jaw starts to loosen, your stomach is loose, your hands are loose on your knees or by your side. Everything in your body, as you bring that light into your heart space, begins to soften. The back of your neck. Feel that breath expand as your entire body relaxes. And you bring that light into your space. Now imagine that that light is expanding. Now that it's opened your heart space, imagine it flowing up through your throat, up through your jaw, up through your mouth where you get to talk about and express yourself, up through your nose and your eyes, up through the head, the forehead, and out through the crown of your head, which is the very top of your head. Feel how light that is. Feel how effortless that is. You don't have to work to do that. It just flows up and out and through you. We're going to allow that light to go as high as you want it to go. And at the same time, we're going to come back to the chest and see that light expanding down through the stomach, down through where your kidneys and your liver and all your organs are. We're going to allow it to flow down through the belly button, everything turning into golden rose light, feeling very light and expansive. Remember, expansive means that everything is opening up. We're going to allow that light to travel down between the hips, through the thighs, the knees, through the calves and the ankles, and down through the feet, and coming out through the feet. It's going to continue to travel down the feet, just as it travels up into the sky as far as you would like it to go. So now you have light traveling all the way through you. Remember, this light is creativity. These are where your ideas come from. Remember, when you formulate an idea, first it comes into you. Maybe you don't even know why or how. And then you begin to think about it. And your next step is to begin to understand what you want to do with that idea. And then how that would look. And then finally, if it's something that feels strong enough, you put it into action, right? You make it happen. So as you hear those steps, and you think about those steps, and you allow those steps to process through you, imagine that light getting finer and finer. Imagine that you are that light right now. And that every little particle of light is actually you, making something that makes you feel happy. And as you make these things that make you feel happy, those around you become happy too. And now, as you think about that, you understand that everybody has their unique gifts. Everybody has something to offer in the world. Everybody might be different, but that doesn't mean that that's a bad thing. We're going to accept the differences and understand that that's what makes us creative people. You can stay here as long as you like. If you need to pause it, go ahead and pause the video. For those of you who'd like to continue, we're going to come back into our bodies. We're going to take a deep breath. Inhale in. And exhale out. Begin to see that light that was so expansive in that very tall column. It's going to shrink just a little bit. Bring it back in. And then bring it in some more. So maybe it's coming up from the legs and down from the top of your head. And eventually, slowly, you're going to bring it into that basketball size that we first brought into our heart space. And you can keep it here in your heart space as large or as small as you need to. But whenever you're feeling creative, or conversely, if you feel like you want to be in a more creative space, a more calm space, a more loving space, a more understanding and compassionate space, you can bring that ball into your heart or expand it as much as you want. That's the beautiful thing about this meditation and every meditation that's here on Matthew's Mindful Moment. That you can choose to do this at any time. You are in control of this. So now imagine those tree roots. You're going to unwind them from the core of the earth. You're going to slowly allow them to grow back up through the earth, through the surface of the earth, through the floor, through the chair or bed that you're lying on, and just allow them to kind of hang a little bit outside the body. Taking another deep breath. Just release anything that doesn't feel good or that's still kind of left over from the day. See it go out, and allow that light to remain in the heart space if you'd like. You'll slowly open the eyes, wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. And we'll come back to our day. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope to see you again.